global platform now that Caitlin will have coming into the professional ranks. So it's really a great time to be in basketball.
Caitlin Clark is clearly a catalyst for a business that was, and let's be honest, Caitlin to some degree financially saved the WNBA. It was hemorrhaging money for years.
To build, you have to scale, and ultimately expansion had always been on my list. But we didn't want to rush into it because we wanted new owners, like new ownership groups. Anyone who knows sports here knows, like, it's a slog to be a sports.
How would you stop Caitlin Clark, your most valuable asset, from joining a competing business? The WNBA gave the world an answer to this question just hours ago. Caitlin Clark, a name associated with basketball brilliance, has gone viral.
Hi, Caitlin.
Hey, what's up, Caitlin? Hey,
Caitlin. Renowned for her remarkable range and fierce competitiveness, Clark was expected to lead the WNBA to new heights after being chosen.
Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark, University of Iowa.
In order to pursue the lucrative contracts that await her, Clark may choose to leave the WNBA and travel to Europe, according to recent rumors. But now, the WNBA is prepared to offer an unprecedented ownership stake. The Indiana Fever, who wanted to keep Caitlin Clark on U.S. soil, anticipated that her debut in the WNBA would be a game changer.
Actually looked up how much the tickets are going for. I kind of cut that price in half.
After an amazing collegiate career in which she smashed attendance records and drew millions of viewers, the WNBA saw Clark as their golden ticket. She was the most anticipated rookie in recent WNBA history due to her potential to draw enormous fan crowds, improve TV viewing, and raise attendance to levels never seen by the league before. After choosing Clark, the Indiana Fever, who struggled with attendance and performance, witnessed a sharp decline in their numbers.
Fever are going to be over 200,000 higher than the next highest total attendance in league history. Clarkonomics,
Many believed that she could alter the franchise entirely by herself. Therefore, during her time in college, her ability to draw admirers wasn't just speculation. Clark's games were must-watch events during her debut season in the league, leading to some of the most watched games in women's basketball history and an almost fourfold increase in Indiana Fever attendance. In terms of TV ratings, this contributed to one of the WNBA's best seasons.
More and more people, and it's getting bigger, it's getting louder, and it's a very fun environment to be in.
Caitlin Clark was more than just a player for the WNBA. She was a beacon of hope for the future.
Caitlin Clark is clearly a catalyst for a business that was, and let's be honest, Caitlin to some degree financially saved the WNBA. It was hemorrhaging.
However, even more exciting than her WNBA debut was.
Like, there's that 4-year period where you need to grow as a person,
but then the NIL comes into play.
Oh,
we keep walking right back into that.
It was Caitlin Clark. With alluring promises, European clubs are likewise aiming for financial security. Top WNBA talent is drawn to Europe because players like Diana Taurasi and Breanna Stewart have openly discussed how playing there gives them greater money and competitive possibilities. Financial stability.
500,000, $1 million off your NIL? Are you staying?
Something the WNBA couldn't match. Because of the significant cost gap, Clark began to consider shipping her abilities over the Atlantic when she spotted these opportunities. By accepting contracts from European teams that are more than what the WNBA currently offers, players can boost their earning potential.
NBA has seen record-breaking numbers this season in viewership, ticket sales, merch sales, and just overall growth of...
Concerning Caitlin Clark, given the genuine ownership stake and the potential loss of Caitlin Clark to Europe, Europe offers her not only the chance to secure her financial future, but also the chance to participate globally and earn a good living with several elite European teams that seem to be offering millions. Clark had to decide whether to relocate to Europe and earn more money or play in the WNBA at home for less money. The WNBA gave Clark a stake in the Indiana Fever, a first for women's athletics. This bold action acknowledged Clark's importance to the league's potential ownership. Stakes are usually reserved for individuals with significant commercial ventures or seasoned athletes nearing the end of their careers. For instance, Michael Jordan's ownership of the Charlotte Hornets offers a player and ownership share at such a young age, which is unprecedented but demonstrates how much the WNBA appreciates Clark and acknowledges her potential to have an impact on women's basketball going forward. Both the league and the Fever's ownership group see Clark as a long-term investment. If she stays, she will play for the Fever and take part in the team's financial decisions. Over the past 5 years, television rights agreements, WNBA sponsorships, global fan connection, and the general rise in sports popularity have all contributed to sports clubs' long-term strategy and expansion, which has caused their value to surge.
FA viewership, which is up 400% to 40%. Between ticket sales, which is up 93% to 16%. Between regular game viewership, which is up 180% to 20%. What Caitlin Clark has done is grown the WNBA exponentially.
This growth is particularly apparent in leagues like the NBA, NFL, and European football. However, over the previous 5 years, franchise values in MLB, NHL, and other leagues, such as the WNBA, have also increased dramatically, while NFL team prices have risen by almost 40%. After this season's attention, the WNBA is quickly emerging as the league with the most room to grow. Due in large part to CC's entrance and the new media arrangement, the Indiana Fever's valuation has increased by approximately 40% this year alone to over $90 million. The NHL has expanded by more than 50%, while MLB has expanded by more than 42%.
Nitpicking every single thing I do, and I know I want to, help this franchise get even better, help my teammates get even better, be better for my teammates, and I know there's a lot of room for me to continue.
That's most likely only the beginning. With her ownership stake, Clark will be able to accumulate long-term riches and put herself in a position to become the first female basketball player to become a billionaire. As the only female athlete to become the greatest of all time in their sport and accumulate hundreds of millions of dollars in net wealth, she would join Impact Elite, which is only available to Serena Williams. Clark has always had interests outside of basketball during her time in college. She discussed growing the sport and making an impact off the court.
Not following after Caitlin Clark's been eliminated, and they're not into the league because they're conditioned by the league.
I wish the WNBA stakes could be bigger since no one gives me that in the Bice game. This ownership stake gives her the chance to genuinely impact a team's management and might have an impact on the Fever as well as the WNBA as a whole. They believe that Clark is a game changer who can take the league to new heights. Losing her to Europe would have prevented the WNBA from growing its fan base, which would be more than just a blow to the Fever.
Final WNBA playoff game, 2.5 million viewers.
Appreciate you. And I think that what she has done for women's basketball, especially in this country, has been phenomenal. There is no woman, no matter how great you were as a player, Cheryl Swish.
Acquire more lucrative sponsorships and broaden its worldwide reach in a league with low TV viewership. Clark's arrival might boost viewership in ways the WNBA has never experienced. Because of these significant players, Clark's long-term addition would solidify the league's growth.
Playing basketball right now is a miracle. Some of the fans that were unhappy with her one play, a defensive play, called for that same tumor.
Ownership in professional sports involves more than just financial gain. It also has to do with legacy players who acquire ownership, power, and influence. There is more to giving her an ownership stake than just retaining a talented player in the league. The goal is to secure the future of the WNBA. The idea of a rookie like Caitlin Clark being offered such a significant status symbol could be viewed by Ozah Wilson, who has dedicated herself to building her personal and professional brand within the league, as undermining the years of hard work and dedication that veteran players like her have put in. Wilson and other WNBA veterans might see this agreement as an indication that the league's dynamics are shifting and that younger players like Clark will receive a lot of media attention and fanfare. Stakes are viewed as more than just athletes, such as Michael Jordan of the Charlotte Hornets. They may begin to receive preferential treatment in terms of opportunities and endorsements because they are business moguls with the power to influence the franchise's destiny, which could lead to conflict in the rooms.
Try and stay ahead of that. Try and tamp it down or act as a lead when two of your most visible players are involved, not personally, it would seem, but their fan bases are involved.
Veteran players may feel their achievements are being eclipsed by the promise of new stars as a result of Clark's offer, which would set a precedent that future generations of players may look forward to. This kind of agreement would put Clark in a unique position inside the WNBA. providing her with both long-term financial stability and a voice in the Fever's business decisions. For someone like Wilson, who has earned respect and credit for years of work, witnessing a novice gain such opportunities could cause strife. It represents a shift in the league's value structure for its younger, more marketable players in comparison to its more seasoned veterans, in addition to a financial disparity.
It's not just one person. That's jealousy.
I agree with that.
So stop it with all the, nobody's jealous of Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese just showed you on.
The offer of an ownership stake ultimately represents the NBA's effort to retain its most marketable talent and Caitlin Clark's growing notoriety. But players like A.A. Wilson may be jealous and irritated by this action.
We're pretty close. This has been as close as it's been all second quarter long, 44.
Because it draws attention to a change in the league's dynamics wherein younger media, including seasoned champions, could not be afforded the same opportunities as centric players. The NBA's top players may clash over this historic deal, which will likely have an effect on the league.
There are a lot of really good fans, whether they've been fans for 20 plus years or whether they're new fans in our league. I think continuing to uplift this league.
Now, Caitlin Clark is the center of attention. Will she accept the historic offer from the WNBA to become a part owner of the Indiana Fever? Or will she, like many others, travel to Europe in order to get paid more upfront? Because it involves more than simply basketball, Clark believes that this decision could change the course of women's basketball. It has to do with the legacy she wants to leave. If Clark stays, she would become the first player owner in WNBA history and a trailblazer. But if she departs, there will be even more questions about the league's capacity to keep its best players. Either way, Caitlin Clark is in charge of the WNBA's future. Do you believe she will take her talents to Europe or accept the ownership stake and stay in the WNBA? Please leave your thoughts in the space provided for comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell for more.